Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Clean Hour podcast. Today's episode is the power of social media and Facebook ads. So we're going to be touching on social media, what it can do for your business, and also we're going to touch on paid ads as well. So hopefully you'll find that useful. If you listen to episode 1, which I encourage you to do, it laid out the foundations of what we're trying to achieve in this podcast. So go back and listen if you can. See it as like the kind of build up as if you're watching a series on TV and this is setting the scene, and it's going to ramp up from now on with really actionable things. So yeah, that's what today's episode is going to be. Matt, how's it going? It's been a week since we spoke. You all right?
Yes, very well indeed. Yeah, it's been a week. It feels longer than that, doesn't it? We've been busy, really busy. Everything's going the right way. Yeah, I'm right looking forward to filming the second episode. And this is a good topic. This is a good topic. Social media, Facebook ads, absolutely. This is bang on the money at the right time. So yeah, let's get into it, I suppose.
You been fishing?
Yes. Yeah, I've had 2 weeks in France. Yeah, yes, a long 2 weeks.
I've got to flash up the photo of the fish that you caught. It's unbelievable. I'm going to flash it up right now on the screen because you sent it me. I showed my wife. I was like, look at this. It's crazy.
Yeah, caught 2 big fish, £62 and £40. So yeah, job done, ticks off. Back there in September. But yeah, all is good, mate. All is good. Life is good at the moment, isn't it? Life is good. We'll take that as a win. Definitely.
Wicked. Right. So let's get into it, man. Power of social media and paid advertising. Let's touch on social media first. This is social media, right? If you get it right with a pressure washing company or an exterior cleaning company, it can absolutely elevate you and smash you way ahead of your competitors, can't it? This is so powerful, but it's so often overlooked or done incorrectly. And I think it can make or break a business. Would you agree with that, social media?
Yeah, I do. I think in the modern world we live in today, if you don't embrace it, you're going to get left behind massively. You know, if you look at the people that embrace it and look what they're doing, they're winning the race. Social media, mastering social media, mastering marketing wins the race. Wins the race, hands down. There's no other way of saying it. You've got to be in it 100%. 100%.
I think social media is important because I say this to all my clients, anyone who asks me like questions and stuff. I know that the pressure washing industry and pretty much a lot of trades, I know pressure washing isn't a trade as such. I think it's been put into that category now as it gets more popular, but we have a bad name, right? And I'm talking overall, not talking individual companies. There's a lack of trust with the public, I think. Would you say that's fair in terms of people know us or think of us for being late, for being maybe ripping people off, being a bit dodgy, not being nice people to work with? I'm talking overall there, not individually. So social media is great because it helps to break down those barriers, and if you break down those barriers, it makes sales so much easier. Is that fair to say?
It is, and there's a couple of points there, right? The first point is, yes, as a group, a body of people, there is a fly-by-night attitude towards the external cleaning world, that it's cash in hand, it's unregulated, it's unsavoury people ripping people off on the doorstep. So it has got that reputation. Using social media to build that trust and to gain over people's confidence is massively important. But then you went on to sales, right? The idea of social media is to turn your cold audience into a warm buying audience. So when you go to quote, they already know what you are and how good your work is, and it's an easy sale. So that's the 3 things that I think it does for you, doesn't it? Straight away.
And the first thing to talk about is it's free. It's absolutely free. Obviously, paid ads, we'll get into that later in the episode, but social media in terms of posting on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube is absolutely free. I don't know why people don't take it more seriously. And maybe, why don't you think people take it seriously? In terms of, we'll get into what we recommend doing on there in a minute, but why do people neglect it? Is it because they too busy, can't be bothered, don't appreciate what it can do for the business? What do you reckon it is?
I think it all comes down to mindset, right? I think it comes down to mindset and it comes down to age. If you're of a certain age, you've never used social media to build your business. So you just literally put it to the side and go, look, it's social media, nah, load of old shite. Don't need to put pictures on Facebook, you know. And then if you look at the age group that is the young up and coming that have grown up with social media, they fully buy into it and understand it. And I think that's the two differences straight away. But also, you're then looking at people are embarrassed with social media. I think they're not embarrassed with the work they do. They're embarrassed in putting a picture on, or they're embarrassed of putting a video on. And somebody, you know, everyone's got these keyboard warriors. And we'll have them on this podcast. Someone will comment and say, oh, what do you two know about running businesses? Because that's just what people do. There is people sat in the mum's bedrooms who have got nothing better to do than to find people that are trying to make a difference and slate them. Because in their own sad little world, they get that little bit of, oh, I've told them, haven't I? And I think that puts people off. People are doing great work out there and they just don't want to put it online because they just don't want that, oh God, that negative comment. You know, if you're a very positive person, you know, generally, and you've got a spring in your step and you click onto your Facebook and somebody's slated you, that can really have a really real big knock effect on your mental well-being. I just think people don't want that in the world, and they think if I don't post, I ain't gonna get it. But you're missing such an opportunity, and you've just got to have some mental resilience, haven't you, for that? You know, just delete it. Or I'd seen another contractor said, I don't read the posts. I post it and then never look back at it. I never looked back at it. And I thought, oh, that's quite a good idea. Granted, you might miss leads, but then when I look at it and think, how many leads have I taken directly off a post? Probably none, because they message you, don't they, personally? They won't put it in a chat in the comment, because every other contractor will message them. So I think that was quite a good tip, that. Post it, don't read the comments. Don't ever go back into them. Don't read them. You can't get upset by them, can you?
It's true. What you said about reading the negative comments is really true. I think as humans, you know, if we were to get 99 compliments and then trolled once, you'd focus on the troll and the negative comment, I think. And it's holding you back. If you're scared to post, or you don't want the aggro, or don't want any knobheads commenting stuff, it's holding you back. So if you can find it within you to push past it, because some of the things that we're going to talk about in this episode it might propel your business. It will. Like, there's no two ways about it. Look at anyone who you know online, right, in this industry. Anyone who's doing well or is known, what do? And they post on social media. That's how you get the names in this industry. Whether they're good cleaners or not is a different topic altogether. But they'll be having leads and getting working from it because you know them already.
It is. It's such an undervalued resource. And not just social media. How many companies do I speak to that haven't got a Google My Business, or have got a Google My Business profile? I click on it and it's just out of date. It's not been updated. The information, my website's changed, or my phone number's changed, or it's just unresponsive. It just looks like a dormant company that nobody's going to use. It's another free asset. Yes, jumping through the Google hoops to get it up and running can be a bit of a pain in the arse. But once it's up, then just invest time in it. It's only your time, innit, to put a couple of pictures on a week, put an update on every 2 or 3 days. You know, just show Google that you actually are who you say you are and what you're doing. And just, you know, be responsive. If somebody puts a review on, reply to it. Because if you don't reply to it, it looks like you don't care. It's like all you wanted was the sale. All you wanted was the sale. And I go through it when I do my deep dive mentoring sessions with new clients. This is all part of the journey, and I look at the business from a consumer point of view, and very quickly I'm like, mate, I wouldn't use you. I wouldn't use you because you look like a dormant company. You know, your social media. And I'm not saying it needs to be filmed by a videographer and it needs to be all polished. It just needs to be active, authentic, and real. And you can do that with your phone. Everyone's got one of these smartphones now with a camera on. You can do it on your phone and it's free. That's the beauty of it. It's free.
Well, I think thinking like the consumer is a great thing to say, because let's just picture yourself buying, I don't know, a holiday, a car, I don't know, any purchase that's above 200 quid, let's just say. If you went to check them out on social media, which I'm guessing a lot of you would, the hotel or whatever, you know, whatever you're going to check out, and they hadn't posted in like a year, or they'd posted once in every 2, 3, 4 months, there's a bit of doubt creeps into your mind, doesn't it? Why haven't they posted? Why are they not active? Are they still there? Are they still trading? And I think, as we said at the start, there's that negative attitude towards us as cleaners and trades. Why would you risk making it worse by not posting and removing even more trust? So just picture it. Yeah, think like the consumer is great. And you've said before, would you buy from you? I think that's dead on. It's so powerful to ask yourself that question. Look at your socials and go, would I buy from you?
I did that. Last year, as you know, I ran the networking events for external cleaners, and every group that we did 3 at the end of the year, 3 groups. And one of the questions halfway through the day is, was, right, honesty, this is now time to be really honest. Looking at all your social media, from your website to your Google My Business to your social pages, would you hire you to clean your roof or your patios? And what was interesting, we had 22 people attend, and I would say 15 said no. And that, they just said no.
Doesn't shock me.
Yeah, they just said no, I wouldn't. And then you could literally hear the penny drop. They went, Christ, I know it's my company and I wouldn't buy from me. Well, how do you expect the customer to buy from you if you wouldn't honestly buy from yourself? And it's, if you're going to be on it, if you're going to be on social media, then keep it current, keep it updated. Don't let it sit dormant. Literally post every day. Make it look like you're not even making it look like you're busy, because you are busy. Just put the updates. Just put the updates on it. It's like you said at the start. It's building trust. It's removing barriers. It's warming up cold leads into warm leads. That's what it's for.
Yeah. So I get I don't know if you do as well. I'm sure you do. I get asked questions a bit through like my DMs and stuff and on my YouTube, and people ask, what's your number one tip or the number one thing I could do to help grow my business? And it's always the same for me. It's get in front of the camera. Let's talk about this. This is the most powerful thing that you can do right now for your business. I'm telling you now. Even if you don't believe it, I'm telling you it's true. It's getting, if you get yourself in front of the camera, as in posting reels or just flipping the camera around, introducing yourself, like if you're on a roof clean or a patio clean or whatever, driveway. Hey, this is Michael here from Clean Soul. Today we're cleaning this roof. Come along with me for the journey, and showing you there on the job. What that does is it really creates trust with you and any potential leads, and it's giving you a personal brand, and both of those things are so important. And you told me this a year ago. Like I'd gone from the camera before, but when you said, implement this and you'll see the changes, I did. And I can tell you right now, from me and anyone else who's done it, who I've spoken to, the changes are massive. And getting in front of the camera is massive, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I look at I've mentored in the last 8 months, I've mentored 10 people one-to-one. 8 of them have jumped in front of the camera from never doing it. 8 of them I've scaled beyond their wildest dreams with the help. 2 of them haven't got in front of the camera, still great businesses, but are still doing exactly the same numbers 8 months on. 8 months on. Because the problem is when you go in front of a camera, right, what you're doing is, like you said, you're building a personal brand, right? You can scale a personal brand quicker, more professionally than you'll ever scale the name of a company. Ever. Doesn't matter what the name is. So I'll use my company, Cotswold Roof Cleaning, right? I can't scale that brand as quick as I can scale Matt Brookfield. It's just more personal. People know exactly who I am. People know exactly what I say. People know that I swear a lot. People know I'm bloody good at cleaning roofs. They don't care about the name on the van. They care about what I'm doing. I'm not saying they don't care about what I'm doing. They like to know what I'm doing. I've scaled that company so fast by being in front of a camera. There's no other way around it. If I'd never gone in front of a camera and just done time lapses and before and afters, I'd be scratching my arse for work, I think. I think I'd still have work, but not on the volume I get it now. The number of organic leads we get a day for roof cleaning is phenomenal. I've got paid ads, but also the organic is phenomenal. And that, 100% believe, is because I'm in front of a camera. There's going to be people that don't like it. They're not my customers. There's going to be people that buy into it massively. 2 of my biggest sales came from YouTube. 2 of my biggest sales came from YouTube. Being in front of a camera, talking, interviewing. You've seen my site. I interview the client. I interview the client on the doorstep.
It's powerful, that. Really
yeah,
powerful.
Absolutely, because it's not a written review. This is somebody stood on their doorstep after the clean saying what they think. It's not scripted. We put a mic in front of them and we ask them a load of questions. Yeah. It's just getting in front of that camera. As people, we're nosy. We want to know what people are up to.
Yeah.
You can see. Don't get me wrong, right? Time lapses. I'm in the industry. I still watch time lapses, right? I do. But they're all the same, aren't they? They're all the same. I'm more intrigued when I'm scrolling. If I see an owner-operator in front of the screen, I'll stop and listen to the first 10 seconds, see what they're talking about. If it's something that gets me, I'll watch it all. And I might sit and watch a 2-3 minute reel of them talking. If I scroll and the first 30 seconds isn't what I'm after, I scroll again. Time lapses, I'll probably watch 5 seconds and scroll again.
We'll get into time lapses later because they definitely have the time and place. But I think to think of it like this, time lapses will get you views. Getting in front of the camera will get you sales. I think that's a good way to think about it.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think something it holds people back a lot, and we spoke about this at the start, is the insecurity and people not wanting to get in front of the camera. But the truth is, people buy from people in any walk of life. That's why we have celebrities. That's why people are drawn to other people. That's just how we work as humans. We like following people. We like seeing people's journey. We feel attached to them. And you got to think. Remember, let's just take roof cleaning for example. Some of these jobs can be above £2,000, and it's not weird to say that a roof, right, is protecting someone's main asset, their home. It's protecting their family. They've got to trust you to not balls it up, and they've got to trust you enough to come to their home. And driveways and patios, any kind of cleaning, they've got to trust us to go to their home where their safe space is and carry out work. And if they see you on socials, they can see you looking you in your eye and hearing your voice and making a personal connection. They're far more likely to trust you than just a faceless business, because a faceless business, going back to the start, bad rep in this industry, we have a lot. That compared to seeing someone every day. I've had it for my own cleaning business. I've had so many people say, I've booked you, I've been following your videos for ages. Yeah, I've seen them. And I know you've been the same. People have said to you, I've followed your journey. I've seen you cleaning every day. And the sale, and we know that sales and marketing are the hardest things. It ticks both boxes then. Marketing tick, gets you out there. Sales tick, because the sale is much easier because you've already done the hard work by building the trust. So that's why it's so powerful. And I think if you just get over that initial embarrassment, when you first start talking, You will forget how to speak. You won't be able to get your words out. I was awful when I first got in front of the camera. I was like, about 10 takes later. But guess what? The next time you do it, you're a bit better and a bit better and a bit better. And yeah, your mates might laugh at you and you might get a bit of shit online. That's cool. That's fine, man. As long as you're building a business and you're getting to where you want to be, who cares? Just get over it. And it will really, really help you.
100%. And you've got to remember, haven't you, that your mates aren't paying your bills.
Yep.
They're not paying your bills. It's your responsibility to get the most out of it, to pay your bills and to make it successful. And if you're really worried about what people think about you, then just go and get a job. Go and get a job. Because you're just going to flog a dead horse trying to make this successful. The biggest, freest tool we've got in our armory is social media. A phone, your camera, your face, talking in front of it. And if you're not prepared to do it, just go and work for someone. Seriously, go and work for someone. Because you're just not gonna take the opportunities. It's a gold mine. But
I guess if you haven't got
confidence.
If you haven't got the mindset and the confidence you can always build confidence. Mindsets, you got to have the right mindset. If you're not willing to show you and your brand, you shouldn't be growing a business really, because what it says to me is you don't trust it. You don't trust yourself. You don't want to show it off. You want to show off your business. If you're embarrassed of it, what's the point? Like Matt said, go and get a job. It sounds harsh, but it's true. You want to shout it from the rooftop. You want to get your business in front of as many eyes as possible. Absolutely. And you're the face of it. Okay. There are businesses that people invest and they hire someone to do it and they want to be a silent partner. But most people listening to this right now will be a one-man band or a small team. And you've got to show it. You have to do it if you want to be taken seriously, I think, in this game anyway.
And there's a good point. I'm going to pick up on a point there you just mentioned, right? About people hire people to do it for them, right? I scroll social media like everybody because I live in social media in the businesses I run. So I do live in the depths of social media. I can very quickly spot when an external cleaning company is paying a third party to do their social media because they make it really corporate for the domestic user.
Okay.
And it stands out. It just stands out. And it's just so wrong. And I look at it and I go, look at that shite. I can't believe you're paying someone to do that. Because it's not what the consumer wants. The consumer don't want this polished corporate thing.
They want realism.
They want you walking around covered in shit, showing them what you've done and talking about your job. You don't get that. You don't get that with somebody sat in an office fucking 2 hours away who's never jet washed a patio in their life, and you send them a couple of pictures and they put this corporate music and video together of your, and I can see it. It stands out a million miles. You're better off, even if it's just a 30-second reel. It doesn't have to be polished. Hiya, it's Jim. We're in Runcorn today and we're cleaning this drive. I'll put the before and after pictures up later. Done. That's it. That is it. And then just put your before and after pictures up at the end of the day. Job done. That's all you need to do. You don't need to overthink it. You don't need to have a script. You don't need to be polished. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. Carry on. If you swear, carry on. Doesn't matter. It's just doing it, innit? Just doing
my videos that I look back on now, and the ones that probably got the most views, maybe I'll pop one up right now, just a few seconds of it. I'm like, you can't even see my face. It's just covered in mud and it's in my hair. I know my hair's wild anyway, but it just looks horrendous. But that's real. There's nothing, that's genuine, real, and you want transparency. And yeah, of course you say, yeah, we clean up, we make sure we clean up, we rinse the windows and everything. But just showing the journey, honestly, guys, it's so, so powerful. And it doesn't, like Matt said, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. 15-second clip would do you. 3-4 times a week, bam. If you haven't got a job, if you're leafleting, I'm out today leafleting, I'm in this area, I'm cleaning my van, I'm doing this, I'm servicing this. There's so much you can do. It takes less than 20 seconds.
And don't think as well, on that, don't think it all has to be perfect. If you fucking mess something up.
Imperfect is better, I think.
Yeah, if you mess something up, tell people you messed it up. Yeah. People are human. We do get things wrong. You can't just have this really clean image that everything you do is perfect, because people aren't stupid. They know that every job, when they go to work in their place, they know things go wrong. You know, so if you get something wrong, then just say it. Yeah, we got it wrong. We got it wrong. We broke this, but we're going to repair it and fix it. It's not a problem, you know. But I think the biggest thing is you've just got to get in front of the camera, right? You've got to get, and I always say, if you've never done it and you're really, really worried about it, the top tip I give you, right? Next week or from tomorrow, after you've watched this, tomorrow morning when you go to work, turn your camera around and just film it and don't post it. Just make a 30-second film and do that every day. Do that every day for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Just filming you to get used to talking into that camera. And then all of a sudden it'll just become natural to you, and then start posting them. After the first post, it's fine. It's the first post you're worried about. And just don't go back checking it every 30 seconds, waiting to see who might have slated you. Just leave it. Just put it on there. Get on with your day's work.
I want to give someone, I won't say his name or his business, because, I just won't. But it's a client of mine who's just started in Essex, right? And he asked me the other day, what's a bit of advice that would really help me? And I said, get in front of the camera. And he said he's willing to, he's just never done it before. I said, film yourself in front of the property, introduce the clean, then maybe put a time lapse in the middle, and then show the result at the end. I said, just do it. I said, it'll probably be awful your first one. His isn't, but I said, you probably will be, and you'll get better and better, right? So I'm just looking here. So I've got his Instagram up here. So he did it like yesterday, I think it was. He did exactly what I said. He put some subtitles on it. So it's him introducing it in front of the property. It's a time lapse, and then him saying, look at the result. And it is by far his most watched reel. It's clearly, I'm just looking at the views right here.
There you go.
And that's just his first one.
Yeah.
He's going to keep doing that now weekly. Imagine where he's going to be in 5-6 months' time. That is proof. Go and try it. If you take anything away from this episode, right? If you got a clean tomorrow or this week or whenever your next clean is, try it and prove us wrong. Get yourself in front of the camera, film a bit, put a reel up and see how it performs.
And I think, go on, sorry, Michael, go on.
No, go on, mate.
I think just picking up on a point there is what we also do as well. What people do is they start posting on social media, right? Don't get anything from it and then just bin it. And the part of the point of social media is consistency. So I said earlier that 2 of my biggest sales came from YouTube. That's after 3 years of posting. No more than 100 views, 1 like, no comments, bar nasty ones. I just fucking laugh at, But I was consistent for 3 years. And then I got the first sale. And then straight away after that, I got the second sale. That's 3 years. And I look back at that and I think, I fucking made those videos, rightly or wrongly, shit or good, whatever. I made them. But for 3 years, I never did a single sale. There was nothing positive on there. There was not hundreds of views, no hundreds of likes. Most videos got 3 views and no likes. But I kept doing it, consistent, because I knew it had to be on there. And then bang, 2 sales. It was like fucking winning the lottery.
But look what you've got now. I mean, the point of this is, like you said, we'll get into paid ads in a bit, but what people are going to do is they're going to, once they come across you, they're going to check you out probably in your website and see if you're on Google. Then they'll check out your Facebook and your socials. What you have there, if someone was to check you out, is 3 years of trust. They'll scroll and scroll and scroll. Oh, bloody hell, he's been doing this years, hasn't he? Oh, look at all those cleans. And even though it felt like nothing at the time, shit, man, there's no likes, there's no traction. That's not why we're doing this. We're doing this for sales, not vanity. A lot of views can be vanity on social media. There's great, yes, it's building a brand, and there might be different avenues like sponsors and stuff in the future if you're doing that. But what would you rather? Would you rather have 1,000 views and no sales, or 1 view and 1 $2,000 roof sale? That's the way to look at it, and that's what getting in front of the camera will give you. That will give you the roof sale, won't it? That's the way to look at it, I think.
100%. I see people on social media platforms in this world that are obsessed with followers. Obsessed with followers. And if that's what floats your boat, that you're obsessed with having 30,000, 100,000 followers, right? And that's what your goal is to get followers. But then I look at them as a company They're not VAT registered. They're one man. They've got fucking 1 million fucking followers and they can't do 90,000 in sales. I then look at other people, right, who have got fucking no followers. They've got 100 followers, 200 followers, but they post every day just raw material and they've got 3 vans on the road and they're doing 300,000-400,000. So where would you rather be? Where would you rather be? Do you know what I mean? It's collecting followers is, to me, is like collecting stamps. Fucking waste of time. Waste of time. Waste of time. You would, like you said, you'd rather have fucking 10 followers that bought off you every month than 1 million followers that never bought off you. You know, because it's pointless, isn't it? You know, followers don't always buy. You know, but it's about the social, it's about building trust and the social proof that you do what you say. And I always look at it, I always say to my clients, this is a place that can be, social media is a place that can be very positive or very negative. If you don't do what you say, or you go to Mrs. Jones's house tomorrow and you royally fuck it up, right? The likelihood is you're going to be all over social media. So if you're not on social media, if I wanted to buy from you and you're not on social media, I'd be like, why aren't they on social media? Why aren't they on there? Why aren't they on there? Fucking nah. It's because they don't do what they say they do and they don't want bad reviews. If you're on social media every day, you've nowhere to hide, have you? You're in a big world of nowhere to hide. That instantly gives people trust in you because you're not hiding. You're not hiding in the shadows saying you're going to do it. You're proving you do it. You know, and that's why it's really important. Definitely.
Yeah, I agree. So that's about get in front of the camera. Like I said, if you can take one thing from this, is go and do one. Just try one and then try a second one and third one and keep doing it and you'll see. That's about building a personal brand. Let's talk about briefly is time lapses and before and after pictures, because they are really important as well. But picture this, it should be your, or I think we would agree that getting in front of the camera is job number one. That should be your main content. But in between those posts of you, to spice it up and to keep the variety for people, add in the time lapses. Why not? And it's an easy thing to do. Let me just say what I do for my roof cleans. I mean, my agency has taken over a lot now, so I'm not cleaning as much. But when we do roof cleans and stuff, we use a camera, like a 360 camera, Insta X4 camera. You can use your phone or whatever. Put it on a big selfie stick on my tower behind me. I just filmed the whole roof clean. You can do it for a driveway or patio, whatever you want. So just hit record, clean, stop record, speed it up with a bit of music. That, if you want the vanity and the followers and the reach, that's really good content for yourself. It doesn't have to be high budget. It can just be a phone if you got the space to do it. But posting that kind of content with your personal brand and then before and after pictures, that is really powerful. All of those combined will give you the trust, it'll give you the sales, and it'll help you grow your followers, which again, you can leverage that in the future if you want to. Like I said, sponsors or whatever you want to do with yourself in the future. If you've got all of that stuff, my own personal views, I mean, I know your most viewed video was it 6 million or something, your time lapse of your roof clean, is that right?
6 million, 6.2 million of chemicals going on a roof.
Powerful.
Just like that. Bizarre, innit? That blew my mind.
I wasn't, for the first maybe 3 or 4 months of my business, I wasn't posting much at all. And then I invested in a 360 camera. The camera wasn't what did it, it was what I was posting, but the camera helped me do it. And it went from like 240,000 views or something over 6 months to now we're past 10 to 15 million. And that was just all from one, posting my personal stuff, but two, those time lapses. People love watching them. It's how I came across this industry anyway, and it's how a lot of you might have come across it. So yes, get in front of the camera and do all that, but also try out a few time lapses. Why not? It's so satisfying. It just sells itself. There's no need. This is all free stuff. Remember, it's people love watching them, especially if you've got a really, really good transformation. Even if you're just starting out. Actually, let's talk about that. You know, starting out, right? People start out and they have no footage or no anything, right? Something that you could do right now. Let's just say let's say it's January, for example. Let's take January 2027. And you're going to start a pressure washing company in March. You could have 2 or 3 months of doing friends, neighbours, families, drives, roofs, gutters, whatever. And you could have 3 months of posting continuous time lapses, before and after pictures. And you could put yourself in front of the camera on every job. And then by the time pressure washing season comes around, you are, bam, you're ready to go. You've had 3 months of practice, 3 months of contact, 3 months of building trust. That's what you can do right now. That's what I did. And you could really help yourself if you start doing that now. So that was I went off a bit there, but that's, it's just advice that I wish that everyone could know, because you won't believe how much it'll help you. It's crazy.
And absolutely, that's what, when I started the Cotswold roof cleaning, that's what we did. We did the first, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 cleans with friends and family, just to build content.
Document everything.
We'd never worked in a domestic field. Everything I'd done and was doing was commercial. So this was now I needed social media for domestic. So that's what we did. We just did them for free and made content. And I look back at them now, because they're still on there. They're still on Instagram and Facebook. I look back at the very first post we did. It was awful. Don't get wrong. I don't think the ones we do now are much better. But, you know what I mean? It was that journey. It was that building trust, showing people this is what we do. And you're right. Just start. Just start filming it. Just start filming it. If there's 2 of you, just get the other bloke to film you.
Yep.
Get them to follow you around when you're on the flat surface cleaner or you're on the scaffold tower. Just get them to film it for you. Send you the videos. Cut them up, make reels. Dead simple. Put a bit of jazzy music to it. Post it. Job done. Easy as that.
You'll probably start enjoying it after a while as well, because it's fun.
Absolutely.
It is fun.
Absolutely. And we keep saying it. It's free. It's free. There's no spend bar your time. That's it. You're doing the work anyway. You've got a phone in your arse pocket. Just record it. Just go and buy yourself a little cheap tripod. What are they? 10, 12 quid?
Yeah, just get Amazon Basics sorted.
Yeah. Put it on a tripod. Press time lapse. Clean the patio. Clean the render. Clean the windows. Clean your van. Just record it. Record it. And yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Let's go on to the next bit then, which, let's assume you've done all of this, right? I wouldn't go on to the next bit until you've done all of this. But the next bit is going to be paid ads, is investing into your social media. So everything that we've mentioned is free. Before you even think about running paid ads, have these foundations in place. Make sure you've been posting for months and you do it consistently and you're in front of the camera. But let's just assume you have done that, right? Something great about social media is you can invest in paid ads. And this isn't going to be a whole tutorial of how to run paid ads, but I think it's important to mention that this comes under social media. Is Facebook ads. And I'm not going to try and sell anything to you. This isn't a sales video. Obviously, what I do is I do paid ads for exterior cleaning companies, but I'm not going to talk about what we do too much. I'm going to talk about the benefits of what it can do. For both our businesses, we've both invested in Facebook ads, right, Matt? But we also have the foundations before we started doing that. But Facebook ads, right, a lot of people in this industry will tell you that they don't work. And they'll tell you that because they've done it incorrectly. They've probably put £10 behind a post that they did and they got no leads. Maybe they got a couple of leads. They found out half of them were rubbish. And they'll tell you all in the groups now that Facebook ads don't work. I can tell you right now, if you want to grow a successful cleaning business, Facebook ads are your friend and you have to go there. And if you do it with the right mindset, wow, it will just fill your calendar fast and it will transform your business. What are your experiences with Facebook ads, Matt?
I agree. And just on that note, this isn't a sales platform, right? That's not what we're here to do. But I'm just going to put a bit of clarity on that. So I work with Michael as his mentor, and he runs this Facebook ads group. Now, you would think Michael would do my Facebook ads, and he doesn't. He doesn't do mine, so I'm not. But I can say from the person I use that they work 100%. 100%. Facebook ads are, if you've done everything else and you're established and you're ready for more work, then investing in paid advertising is the next step. Regardless who you use, there is some good and there is some bad out there. And you'll know pretty quickly who the good and the bad are. But it works 100%. It's what it allows you to do with paid ads, right? If you look at everything that's organic and word of mouth, you can't scale. There's no clarity in when your next job's coming with word of mouth and organic. So you can't plan for the next period, the next quarter, the next 6 months. With paid ads I know from my business. So we're in April now, right? We're in April and I am booked up till the end of August, right? That's through organic and paid ads. Now I can turn my paid ads down now because I know how far ahead I'm booked up. But I also, in the same breath, when I need more work, I can ramp that up. I can go to my agency and say, I need to put more money into it. Okay, because I know what I get, because I count the numbers, I count the leads, I count the conversions, I get everything is on data to me. So if I sell 1 in 3 roof cleans through paid ads and I need another 10 roof cleans, then I know where I need to up. I know how much I put in, so how much I get out. So I got that data. So if you want to scale and have a predictable pipeline of work, you can only have that with paid ads. You can't do it waiting for someone to come organically to stumble across your website, or to someone said, oh yeah, Jim cleaned my driveway. Ask Jim. If you want to be absolutely ahead of it and have predictable work, the only way is paid. It's the only way. The only way. Don't listen to the naysayers who say it doesn't work. It works and it's predictable. That's my take on paid ads.
It's true. It's absolutely true. You know, I work with lots of clients in this industry. You know, you mentor and you speak to lots of clients. The ones who are doing well are the ones who are investing in it. But it's about having the right mindset to paid ads. And I say this a lot in my videos. You have to be willing to invest. So if I say to you, you know, you have to spend at least £25 a day or $30 a day if you listen in America, whatever, something like that, a month. So about, what, £700 to £1,000 a month? If I said that to most cleaners, they'd go, don't be silly, I'm not spending that, I ain't got that money. But if I said to you, well, give Facebook 900, 1,000 and it gives you back 10,000, what do you say then? That's the reality of it. It's invest 1,000, let's just say approximately, get 7, 8, 9, 10 times back each month. And guess what then? When you have that profit, you put that into next month and the next month and the next month. So you're not losing £1,000 of ad spend each month. You're taking it out of profit. So you only need 1 month's ad spend if you've got that to spend, and that keeps you going then. And what that does then, pair that with your strong foundations on your socials to paid ads. Paid ads take you to the next level. They get you in front of so many eyeballs, and they get you X amount of leads. And like Matt just said, he knows his figures now, so he knows how much he spends versus what comes in, and then how many he converts. Then it's just a simple math game. Then it's how many leads do I need to get to hit my quota each month. And if your cost per lead is X, you got to spend that to get each lead. And it's as simple as that. And it's just powerful. It's absolutely crazy. But the truth is, and I say this in my videos, sorry if you've seen them before, most agencies won't tell you, but I will tell you right now, and Matt will tell you, that most of the leads, or a good half of the leads, are going to be time wasters and a waste of time. But that's absolutely fine when you know that. When you understand that, you can play the game then. Then it's just about getting back to people quickly and weeding out the time wasters and finding the goal that is within paid ads. You know yourself, Matt, how many time wasters are on there, but you also know, I'm sure, how many golden gems are in there. I mean, if you don't mind talking about it, tell us a bit about what you spent last spring. Do you remember when, with obviously Sam, your guy?
Yeah.
Tell people about that, because that's powerful.
Yeah. So,
if you don't mind, of course.
No, I will. I'm just saying, if I had the numbers to hand, I could give you exact figures, but I haven't, and I should have.
Just roughly.
But roughly. So, if I talk about March last year, right? So 12 months ago, I spent £3,000 on adverts. That's what we put into the Facebook fruit machine, and we took out £38,000 in confirmed sales with deposits paid in 31 days.
Crazy.
31 days. That was it. That's it. And I think, January we probably did, January we did £1,500 ad spend, and we took out probably 17,000. February was 1,500, and we took out probably, was it 22,000? And then we ramped it up then. We ramped it up in March, and we had our best month in March. April slowed down. Or it didn't slow down. We put £3,000 in, and we took out 31,000.
If that's slow, you'll take it.
Yeah, and then May. But then what we noticed then was, then the market started to change. The market started to change. We reduced our ad spend because we were booked months ahead, right? Months and months. We reduced the ad spend back down to about £1,000. And we were taking out probably... It actually was quite noticeable, the drop off, if I'm honest with you.
I think more people start advertising, whether
absolutely,
there's all sorts,
and it was. But don't get me wrong, when I say the drop off was there, it dropped off to about, I think May was a really bad month. I think we did £7,000, but that's still a 6x on investment, But from the bigger numbers, it drops off, and then it sort of plateaued at about £6,000 for a couple of months, and then once it started to pick up again around about August, I would say. August it picked back up, and we've been constant now from August to today. This year's ad spend, we did January, February, March, we did £450 put in, and we've taken northwards of £15,000 to £22,000 a month out of it, or £450.
It's not bad, is it?
No, that's because everything we spoke about is built behind the scenes.
Yes, absolutely.
Everything's built behind the scenes. So they may find me on a paid ad. Then when we contact them, speed to lead really quickly, AI and all that jazz. It's then they go and look at our socials, and what we send them, they've gone from a cold lead to a warm lead. We're back up to £1,000 ad spend at the moment, and we're doing anywhere between £15,000 and £22,000 a month.
There you go.
So it's
and the point there is not to show off and go.
No,
look
absolutely.
At me. It's
it's not a boast.
It's to say, look at what this can do.
Yeah,
look
it's not a boast, is it? It's not.
Yeah.
I'm not sat here to flatter. It could stop tomorrow. That's factual what we do. It's what we do. But it's
what Facebook can do for you.
It's the predictability of it. It's the predictability of that pipeline, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can turn it up and down as you need to. Never turn it off. Just turn it up and down.
Yeah.
Never turn it off. Just turn it up and down. And I hear this. I hear this a lot. And do you know one of the biggest things I hear? Right. People turn that this. This blows my mind that people believe that this is a strategy. They turn the marketing off to save money.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like that. Hold on. So you're telling me, right, to save £1,000 and your £500 agency fee, so that's £1,500. To save that £1,500, you're going to turn your marketing off. Yeah. So the only thing that gets you leads, you're going to turn off. Yeah. And when I say that back to him, I say, can you not see how stupid that sounds? And they go, yeah, but I'm going to say 50. Yeah, but you're going to lose 10 grand.
What's more expensive, an ad spend, an agency fee, or a whole month's worth of no work and all your expenses going out?
It's absolutely bizarre, isn't it? But people are of that mindset. They're of that mindset that they're going to save £1,500 by turning their ad spend off. And I'm like, but it's the only thing that gets you leads.
And the thing is, I kind of get it to a level because people are not aware of it. Like I can see the mindset of not wanting to spend when times are tough, but it's the wrong mindset. So don't feel bad for having that, because we've all been there at some point. But if you want eyes on your business and you want regular, consistent leads, Facebook ads will do it. Don't turn off your lead source, because it's only going to go one way. Then if you're not bringing in anything and then you've got no leads, you're going to be selling up very, very quickly. And the companies who are big and doing well, not even necessarily big, just doing well, all Facebook ads. They'll all be running Facebook ads, I promise you.
Yeah, it's the number one, and if you look at why it works so well, right, is Facebook as a company, right? And I'm not technical and I don't know social media, but I look at Facebook and I think the number one revenue stream is having agencies run paid ads. And it's probably worth billions to them. So they want to make sure that it's perfect and it runs like clockwork. And so the agencies, like yourself, use it, but the client end user, the roof cleaner, external cleaner, has to get the money out of it. So Facebook are really, really getting this right, putting it in front of the right people. So it's a win-win. They're not just sat there going, "Oh, give us your money and we're going to do nothing about it." You know, they're working behind the scenes to make it absolutely on point for the agencies like yourself. Or even if you're not an agency, if you're clever enough to do it yourself.
Yeah, you don't have to go with an agency.
Exactly,
you can absolutely do it yourself.
If you're clever enough to do it yourself, then they want you to be successful on there because you're paying them to be on there. It's a massive, massive tool for. But I think for me, the one thing to take away from it, it's predictable. If you want predictable income, if you want to stop worrying about next month or the month after where your work's coming from and be predictable, then Facebook ads all day long. All day long.
I consecutively hit my 10K months because of Facebook ads. It's not even up for discussion. It was Facebook ads. Yes, the foundations were in other places in the business, but the lead source was Facebook ads, and it has been for a few other companies that I've ran. And it can fill your calendar quick. You know, if you're just starting out right now, you could run Facebook ads and be booked up very quickly. It doesn't. People on Facebook, apart from how you portray yourself on your socials and your website, people don't know how long you've been going. How would you ever know who someone's been in the game 10 years or 10 weeks? If you're running ads, you're in front of them. If your competitors aren't running ads and you're in front of people, not your competitors. So if you want to get ahead quickly, Facebook ads are there, but you have to have the foundations.
And another note on Facebook ads, right? I think the people that slate Facebook ads, right? Because there is the people out there, isn't there?
Yeah,
you see them in these groups that are slating Facebook ads. Do you know what I think it is? I think they can't close, they can't sell.
Yeah, that's going to be an episode coming up soon about sales. But
we're going to go on to that.
Absolutely. Just touch on it now. It's important.
But I think that's what it is. You know, I think the people that can't close slate Facebook ads.
Yeah,
they haven't got all the free stuff built up, or you know, they're just not. They're not the right person to stand in front of the client trying to close. You know, and I see it all the time. I see it all the time. People are going. They go to every quote, right? They go to every quote and they're not closing what they need to close. Yeah. Well, maybe you need to change that. Don't go to them. Email them. If you're not a naturally gifted talker and you can't naturally build rapport, but you're a shit-hot external cleaner, then don't go to the quotes.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to talk yourself out of it. You know, not everyone can be confident, can they?
Mm-hmm. That's fine if you're not. No,
exactly. Horses for courses.
Yeah, for sure. Look, we'll do a whole episode on that because sales and follow-up. Oh my God, massive. Probably the biggest topic for discussion, to be fair. So we'll do a full episode on that. We're coming to the end of the episode because we're approaching 60 minutes. If this is the first time listening, our episodes are capped at 60 minutes. So if we talk over that, the episode will just cut off. So that's the thinking, the process behind this. Each episode we ask each other one question unprepared, just to see what the other person would say, and it can be on anything. I've got one for you, mate, today.
Okay.
Mike, you ready for my one?
Yeah, go on.
If you were given £1 million to spend on your cleaning business, but you can only invest it into one thing, what would you spend it on?
Can I split the £1 million?
No.
Okay. Mentoring.
To get mentored.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And the logic behind that is, right, and it sounds like I'm trying to sell mentoring, but I've spent 25 years building my businesses, right, 4 successful businesses. The change came 12 years in when I invested in mentoring.
So you'd find like the top, whoever's top of the game in the world, and that's good. Yeah, it's a good answer. That I like that.
Because I went 12 years just struggling, doing 150,000 a year, so then started getting mentoring and went to 3 million. That's the game changer for me. That's what changed the game. That's what brought wealth, because I didn't know. I always say it in everything we do, you don't know what you don't know. And it wasn't game changing, it was just little things. And I went, fucking hell, man. I've spent 10 years doing it wrong.
Copy the successful people, learn from the best.
That's what I would say. That's what I would say. I have a question for you.
Go on then, I've got 4 minutes.
Good, 4 minutes, right. If you were starting, no, not that, if you were starting from scratch again. Social media is the topic, right? As an exterior cleaner, you could only pick one platform to showcase your business, be it reels, in front of the camera, or time lapses. And time allows, because you haven't got loads of time because you're busy. Yep. What platform would you choose, and why would you choose that one platform?
As a cleaning business, not an agency, cleaning, it's Instagram for me. I think you can post stories, you can do lives, you can post your reels, which are powerful. You can post before and after photos. I think the majority of your audience, your core audience, who are going to buy off you, are from Instagram. That's what I think from my experience. You can rack up loads of views on your time lapses, but you can also we get them all the time. People messaging, can I have a quote into your DMs. I think Instagram does that. I think Facebook's dying a little bit, but it's by no means dead. But I think I'd say dying. I think Insta and TikTok are taking over. I would say it's Instagram. I would say TikTok, but that's for more business to business, I think.
Yeah. And I agree. If I had to get rid of all social media today for Cotswold roof cleaning, bar one, Instagram would be the one I'd keep.
Right. We're going to wrap it up. I don't want to go over.
Cool.
Guys, thank you very much. That's been episode 2, The Power of Social Media. We'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next one. Have a good week.